Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 8th of April 2023. Essence. Sweet children, do not become someone who dishonours the name of the clan for any reason. Even if the most difficult situation arises, do not let go of your religion. Always remember the promise you made to the Father. Question: what precaution must you children take at every step? Answer: no matter what the circumstances are, you definitely have to fulfill the promise you made to the Father. It is essential to take this precaution. After belonging to the Father, do not become a kichak, one with impure vision, and perform wrong actions. If you perform any wrong action, Dharamraj will take full account of that. Do not follow the dictates of your own mind or of others. Remember Shrimat at every step. Song. You are the mother and you are the father. Om Shanti. God Shiva speaks to his saligram children. Souls are called saligrams. You children know that our Supreme Father is the Supreme Soul, whose name is incorporeal Shiva. Businessmen call a dot Shiva. Baba has explained to you that a soul is also a dot that resides in the center of the forehead. A wonderful star shines in the center of the forehead. This refers to the soul. You first have to have this faith. Truly, our incorporeal Baba, Shiva, is teaching us. Our Father is Shiva. I am a soul. Even if you say Rudra, he is incorporeal. It is just a different name, but it refers to the same one. He is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the one who resides beyond, the seed of the human world tree. He is the Father of all souls. The incorporeal soul speaks through this corporeal body. When you children are personally sitting in front of Baba, you become intoxicated that Shiv Baba truly is teaching you. Baba doesn't have a body of his own. Each soul has a name for his body. The Supreme Soul only has one name. The Father explains, I am incorporeal Shiva. In order to take birth in the human world, like you children, I adopt a body. All of you are corporeal, whereas it is only at this time that I become corporeal. It is only now that I enter this one and teach you. This soul and you souls listen. Only when you imbibe this very well can you have love for the Father. However, your faces show that no one has that much love. Baba says, your faces should blossom. For instance, when a Kumari puts on her jewellery, etc., and goes to meet her husband-to-be, her face blossoms. You children are being decorated with knowledge, so the mercury of your happiness should rise. Baba does not trap you in any type of corporeal form. All others are body conscious and they continue to trap you in their corporeal bodies. Here the Father says, "Remember me, the incorporeal Father. O beloved children, O souls, I, the Supreme Soul, teach you through this body of Brahma. How else would I teach you? I definitely need a body to purify you. This is fixed in the drama. I cannot come here without a body. When they invoke a soul, they feed a Brahmin priest. Nothing happens to the Brahmin. The soul speaks and relates his news. All of that happens according to the drama. Whatever is fixed in the drama is related. That is called a departed spirit. That soul is called a departed spirit that has shed a body and taken another. You children now know that Baba is the ocean of knowledge. It is not a question of an ocean of water. People have come into body consciousness and become so ugly. You are now once again becoming soul conscious and becoming beautiful. The soul continues to become pure. To the extent that you remember Baba, accordingly your sins will be burnt away. By having this yoga, your sins will be absolved. You know how much effort Mama and Baba must be making, and yet they too have to endure the suffering of karma. There are burdens of many births still remaining on your head. Those karmic accounts have to be settled by the end, number-wise, according to the effort you make. You children know that there is the rosary of Rudra. There is the rosary of 8, the rosary of 108, and also the rosary of 16,108. There are countless subjects. All of them are part of the rosary of Rudra. All the souls of the whole world are part of the rosary of Rudra. All are the children of the Father. The whole genealogical tree continues to be created. People have a big genealogical tree, and then that becomes their surname. This is the rosary of Shri Shri Shiv Baba. The Father says, "Become soul conscious and remember the Father all the time." If you consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father, your sins will be burnt away. Otherwise, there will have to be a lot of punishment. The Father repeatedly tells you, "Children, don't forget me." However, Maya makes you forget. The Father says, "Children, keep your charts. For how long do I remember Shiv Baba? Start by remembering Baba for half an hour and then develop that practice. Create such a stage that at the end you only remember Baba. Only those who stay in such remembrance become the 8 jewels of the Rosary of Victory. This requires effort. To the extent that someone does something, accordingly, he will receive the reward of it. Sannyasis leave their homes and go away, and then come back and stay in palaces. In fact, that isn't the law. You receive a lot of happiness there. The Father embraces you and gives you a lot of love. Sweet child, you wish to become the wealthiest of all, and so make such effort for the future. However, the prosperity of the present time is all going to turn to dust. Some people's wealth will remain buried in the dust. When accidents take place, there are fires. When aeroplanes crash, thieves come and loot everything and run away. Many will die through all the bombs, etc., that have now been created. The things that happened at this time were remembered later. All the millionaires, etc., are going to be destroyed. America is so wealthy. In this land of death, it is as though America is heaven. However, it is like a mirage. You know, and those people themselves know, that death is just ahead. There definitely must be God. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, definitely comes to carry out the tasks of establishment and destruction. He is Karan Karavanha. He carries out establishment through Brahma. You are now sitting here. Only you children are called Brahmins. You receive your inheritance from your grandfather. Srimat has been remembered as the most elevated, and so you have to follow it. You have to become deities. The Father says, at this time, each one is a Duryodhana or a Draupadi. It is related in a story that when Draupadi stayed in someone's home, Kitchak, one with impure vision, chased after her. In fact, all of you are Draupadis. You Kumaris and mothers are all Draupadis. When the Kumaris go on service, Kitchaks chase them. It is written that Bhima then killed Kitchak. Kitchak means someone who is very dirty, someone who chases others. Therefore the Father comes and saves the Draupadis from being stripped. Kumaris have to look after themselves very well. The stories of Kitchak, etc., are of this time. You have to be very cautious. If someone comes to the Father and then becomes like Kitchak, you can't tell what Dharamraj would do. You children have been given visions of that. They experience a lot of punishment. Baba was once asked about that, and Baba replied, if that one is given a vision, he definitely has to tolerate it. His past karmic accounts are reduced in that way. Baba doesn't keep anything of anyone. The Father explains, do not become Kitchak or Duryodhana. There are so many names of devils, such as Kans, Jarasandha, Shishupal, etc. Kans means those who are vicious. They harass the Kumaris a lot. You have now become Brahmins, children of the Father, in order to become deities. So don't dishonor the Brahmin clan. If you cause dishonor, you will become someone who dishonors the name of the clan. You mustn't even look at the face of someone who dishonors the name of the clan. No one is as sinful as such souls. Here, children even divorce the unlimited Father, who comes and makes you into the masters of the world. Such souls are called sinners like Ajamil. However, even sinful souls like Ajamil have to be uplifted. They experience punishment and suffer a great deal. Souls feel a lot of sorrow. They divorce the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the Unlimited Father. There is no soul as sinful as such souls. The world is very dirty. You have to be very cautious. When you first stayed in the bhatti, the mother and father had to take such great care of you. Maya is very powerful. This is why Baba says, "Children, do you have enough power to remain pure and claim your inheritance from the Father?" Your intellect says, "I have become Baba's child, and so I would not dishonour the Father's name after becoming his child, would I?" The Father says, "I come and make so much effort to purify you children. I enter an impure body in an impure world. Nevertheless, if you dishonour me, then remember that there will have to be severe punishment." Here there is a lot of attainment. You are becoming the masters of heaven. However, if, while moving along, you let go of the Father's hand, you will be completely turned to dust. Maya catches hold of the noses of even those who used to live with the Father personally. This is why you have to remain very cautious. If, after belonging to the Father and making a promise to him, you don't remain pure, there will have to be severe punishment. After making a promise to God, you have to fulfill that promise. It is only at this time that you make a promise to God. Shiv Baba says, "Promise that you will become pure and make Bharat into heaven." If you break your promise, everything ends. No matter what the circumstances are, even if the most difficult situation comes in front of you, you must never let go of your religion. Even if you die, you mustn't break this promise. Sometimes some make a promise and then turn away from it. You now give your word to the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. If, after giving your word, you turn away from it, there will have to be a lot of punishment from Dharamraj. It is the Father who gives you the fruit. He enables you to receive the fruit of the donations you have made and the charity you have performed, and also enables you to receive punishment for your sins. He is Karan Karavanha, and so you children have to remain very cautious. You are sitting here personally. The swans outside have to live with storks. The Father says, while living at home with your families and seeing your maternal and paternal uncles, only remember the one Father. This is not a common spiritual gathering where many people come and gather together. Christians convert so many into Christians with just one lecture. It cannot be like that here. Here you have to die alive. You have to follow Srimat. You have to renounce body consciousness and consider yourselves to be souls. Souls have remained separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. You have now found that Sat Guru in the form of an agent. He says, "Remember me, your father, and your boat will go across. If you let go of my hand, everything is over." You then become greatly sinful souls. If you want to see such greatly sinful souls, see them here. The Father says, "You children mustn't become impure like that. Become charitable souls. You can only be saved from committing sin when you stay in yoga. You have to be cautious in boxing. Otherwise, Maya will punch you in the back. To conquer Maya is not like going to your auntie's home. Your renunciation is Sato-Pradhan. You children have to be very cautious. When you follow the dictates of others, you die. You then write to Baba, "Baba, tell Maya to have mercy on us." Baba says, "No, I will now order Maya to create a lot of storms and make mountains of sorrow and sins fall. Catch hold of them by their noses and really shake them up. See whether they are worthy of heaven." He will not say, "Have mercy and give them blessings." Does a teacher in a school have mercy on students? They have to study. This is knowledge. There is no question of blind faith. This is not a common spiritual gathering. This is God's spiritual gathering. Acha. To all the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, number-wise, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, Bat-Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence Vedana. 1. Keep the promise you made to the Father. Do not turn away from what you said. Remain very, very cautious. 2. Decorate yourself and others with knowledge. Never become body conscious or trapped in a corporeal form or trap others. Blessing. May you be a master Sat Guru and give every soul the right to liberation and liberation in life in a second. Until now you have been playing the part of a master bestower and a master teacher, but you now have to become a child of the Sat Guru and play the part of giving the blessings of liberation and salvation. A master Sat Guru means one who completely follows, one who constantly follows the versions of the Sat Guru fully. Only such master Sat Gurus are able to take others beyond with a glance in a second. That is, only they can do the service of granting liberation and liberation in life. Slogan: Be obedient and you will continue to receive blessings from Bap Dada's heart. Om Shanti.